Hey gang, Will here from the Ashland Fly Shop with a fishing report for you for the first week of April, the 11th of April, transition time, going into summertime, maybe someday. Let's start in our neighborhood with the Rogue River. It's wet out there, real wet, really, really wet. So we've had some unprecedented rains. We've had rain on mid-elevation snow, as a lot of the West Coast has had, in California and stuff. So we have seen some crazy high water events. So now, right now, we're at about 45 or 4,200 out of the dam, which is probably 2,000 CFS, 2,500 CFS more than we typically see. That's in the top of the Rogue. I think we're still at 15 or 16,000 at Dodge. It's probably dropping fairly quickly, but it's raining again today. So that's a lot of water. We popped up above 20,000 there, which this will be the second time this year that we've done that. So the river is going to change. We're going to see some new things in the river, and it's definitely going to be unfishable for a while out there. So, but you really got to go. I suppose you could look for some soft water, you know, along the sides. Fish like to push out to the edges, so maybe, you know, maybe along the margins there, in the margins, as we like to say when we're steelhead fishing, you know, or a little soft pocket where a fish could pull in. Yeah, that might be worth a try. Maybe. You could think about that. But other than that, I think what we're doing is we're waiting for, we're waiting for the flows to come down, and I think it's going to be a little while here. Really for us, we're going to probably just go right into the holy water salmon flies once trout opens on the 22nd of May. But we do a lot of holy water fishing before that. That's a little trout section we like to talk about at the top of the Rogue. 4,200. Honestly, you could probably go up there with a real spey rod, maybe not a trout spey, and swing some streamers up there, and you might find something. So if you really had, it's probably pretty clear coming out of there, I would imagine, unless Lost Creek is completely churned up, which it could be, the reservoir. But you could maybe try that at the lower end, which is typically almost like a lake at the lower end, but I'm sure it's got some flow in it now. But you want to stay away from the top end for sure. I'm sure it's a real torrent coming out of the spillway there. It probably looks like a giant plume coming out of there, which is what we typically see. But that's what's happening on the Rogue. North Umpqua, same story. These are the few places you might be able to get another week of steelhead fishing in this time of year, but it's really a no-go. The North Umpqua, you know, we just saw some major flooding up there as well. So giant water all through the North Umpqua watershed area, and that is completely off the table for fishing as well. Upper Sacramento in Northern California, if we're kind of talking about trout, that's a place that we would typically like to fish. I think it's about 5,500 or 6,000 at the lower end, probably down from like 1,000,000 CFS. I know they got a fair amount of rain up there, so you're talking about really waiting that out as well. I'm sure there's a lot of color in there now too, so we're waiting out the Upper Sacramento as well. So that's probably off the table too. Best bets for right now when we have these type of events, a little stillwater fishing. Stillwater fishing is what you're going to be looking for. So all your local little ponds, little bass ponds, bass lakes, you know, fishing in the the elevated water and some structure and stuff would be a lot of fun. Fish are going to be cruising the edges. So doing a little early stillwater fishing, getting your boats out, checking it out, it's going to be good. This probably will be a very good 6 to 8 weeks for stillwater fishing. So I would be looking real closely at that. That'd be a very good bet now. So that's what we're looking at for the first week of April here. It seems like either boom or bust with precipitation, but we've really got a lot, and we're looking forward to transitioning into late spring, summer, and hoping that a lot of this water kind of sticks around just long enough to keep everything in really nice shape as we go into that period. So we'll keep checking in with you, but for now, there is not a lot of fishing to do out there. If you can find it, let us know. Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.